Motor Mind. Hi folks, Motor Mind here again. So I was working on this 2005 Land Rover Freelander 1. Complaint was customer was driving along, lost the clutch. Suddenly had no clutch. We pushed it down, pedal it to the floor. So they contacted the garage. The garage quoted them 350 pounds. Said he needed a new clutch. So I've had a look at it, and let's just see here. So first thing to do, obviously, confirm the customer's complaint. So let's jump in and see. Clutch, push the clutch down. Yep, it goes to the floor. Alright, so that's no clutch. Let's have a little look. I have a sneaking suspicion. Why I do? To look through the passenger footwell, and excuse me, scan tool there. This guy's sitting there. And I know what that's for. And that tells me right there, diagnostics already, what's wrong with this. That is the rod for the clutch slave cylinder. Pushes out like that, pushes against the arm, moves the forks, and disengages the clutch. Let's go have a look. Alright, on it up. Sorry about that. On it up. Look down. You see that there? That, my friends, is a clutch slave cylinder. And right there, you see it, is the bracket. And get you a little closer here, and you'll see what happened. You see it already. So what's happened there is the bracket is rusted eventually. You know, this is a bit of an older vehicle. And part of it fell off. Clutch just fell out. Clutches pushed the clutch, popped the slave cylinder, this piston out. As you can see, there's real clutch fluid down there. Brake fluid. And yeah, no clutch. So I was actually able to start this thing up in gear, and the clutch isn't slipping. It's engaged. Obviously, it takes off when you put it into gear. So that's your fault. That there is actually with the bracket and the clutch, and which is a sealed system on this. And there's your slave there, master there. Runs along. I'll do a video on how to replace this. You can buy those on eBay. They're not very expensive. Definitely not a 350 pound job. To replace this system, to replace all that, is 1 hour's labor, and then plus parts, you're probably looking at maybe 150 pound, maybe all in. So, or less. So it's definitely not 350 quid. But here we are. I just got a few other little things here, and well, yeah, I'll be doing a video here and showing you how to replace the clutch slave cylinder, master cylinder assembly. Comes as an all unit, sealed unit. It's got pre-filled with fluid and everything. There's no bleed procedure or anything needed. So and this is not that expensive. All right, so I'll be putting that up here, and we'll in just a moment here. All right, guys. So we're back on the Land Rover here. Parts have come out for the clutch, so I'm going to show you what we have here. It comes with the kit. So a new bracket, and I'll show you why. I think I showed you just last time here why the clutches failed. You also get your master cylinder with your slave cylinder, and your lines all attached. It's a sealed system, and it's all pre-filled and everything, and it should all be fine. No bleeding, nothing. That's just the way they come. It's not the one that's that comes separate and stuff like that. It's all built in. So the first place you need to go here. So obviously, there's your clutch master there. It's the reservoir. It's the master cylinder. Line runs along here, down there, runs down into there, under the airbox, and your slave cylinder is down in there, and with your bracket stuff. So most of it's up top, a little bit on the ground. Just get down to that, go from there. first thing we'll have to do, grab a little light. Get in here. Move that back. I'll have to get the connection on the sleeve off the clutch, I mean. And that is right there. You see the clutch pedal there? It attaches. Right there's a little clip. You'll pop that off there, and then you take this guy here, you push it that way, and then when inside the engine bay, you twist it and it pops out. It goes straight up the firewall right there. So we'll get on that now. As you can see there, guys, just popped it off. Let's push it there off to the side. It's off. So now into the driver, into the engine compartment now. Now the engine compartment, the best is to pop these guys off here. One there, this one there, and there. You're gonna take this guy here, turn it, just like so. Give it a little pop like that. Give it a little wiggle, round, round, round. You can feel it coming, and it'll come. Now, obviously, watch the lines and stuff here, because you have brake lines and stuff there, don't we? So you just gotta work around it nice and gentle, and it will come out. Just gotta be here. If you need to, just do that there. Just give yourself a bit more room. There we are. Around the lines here. Okay. And this guy here. See, we undo that line there. I should pop right out. So there we are. Okay. That apparently is the hardest part, is getting that off the clutch pedal. Now we might need that guy. I'll let you know here in a second. There's a master. Oh, I got a new clipper there. Perfect. See? So I think you need to take that off. So all I did to get this off is took like a little pry bar, screwdriver. I use little pliers. I use these guys here, up in the clutch pedal. This up and behind, same pedal and that, and this went pop, and this popped it right off. Just pushed it off the way I showed you. Comes right off. Now, she clips there. One thing I have to do, air box I have to come out. So air box, come out. See, there is a light here. Make it a little easier for you. There's a bolt right there, goes into the air box, and there's supposed to be one there, but as you can see, it's broken. I had to pull the clamp off right there, going into the throttle body, and this guy here had to come out as well. And I think it should just pop right out of there, so not a big deal. So, okay, there, rubber pops right off there, nice and easy. So get a spanner on that there, and get it off. Alright folks, now our box is out. So now we've got a lot more room. So as you can see there's our bracket for the clutch sleeve right there. Okay, and then the lines for the sleeve running up and around onto here. There's a little guy here has come off. Now, this is already off because the bracket broke. So there's this guy here back in here. Has to come off back in there. Sorry. I'm still learning the camera work. Right. This is why I was a mechanic and not a cameraman. Right. So as it runs along there, runs underneath the steering shaft there. That rod, which it runs the rack. So I had to do this only one hand here, but yeah, as you can see, it goes up and over top of the AC lines and up and around. So you kind of have to eke it out here. Slave there. I think we use this to get off there and run the slave up towards the firewall and bend that around and get it in there and then put it in the opposite way. So I don't know if I can do this one-handed like. So the line's got some flexibility in it, like, so it's not completely undoable. But really, in reality, replacing this anyway, so it breaks. It breaks. Alright, I'm on two hands of this. Alright, yeah, so got it out. So, yeah, trying to get it out. The hardest, it's a bit of a faff. I mean, because it's a stiff line, it's not like a rubber line. It's got flexibility to it, but definitely pull it out. Whether you're getting the slave cylinder, pull the slave cylinder that way underneath the steering arm. That way, I tried to go the other way, that'd be easier. I realized the master cylinder gets jammed on the rack and the arm, so don't do it that way. Definitely pull it the other way, get the slave master out this way, that way, and then come up and out. So, slave like that, and come up this way and pull it through. Definitely the way to do it. Alright, so there's the new unit there. Obviously, it was all wound up into a little box, so it's going to be stretched out a bit and ran through there. Big thing is, wait, here's your slave here. Leave this on, do not take this off until the very last minute. Once you get everything in, clutch, master, everything's in, this is in the bracket's in there, then take that off. If you don't, then that's going to shoot out that way, and it's going to be a right pain in the ass to try to get in it, to push it in against the lever for the forks, for the disengage for the pressure plate. So definitely leave that on to the very last second. Once everything's in, you're happy with everything, it's all secured up, then the very last minute, take that off and let it shoot out, and it'll go against the arm. That's the arm I'm talking about. Just for your reference, you know, because it's trying to be a nice guy. There's the bracket there. The arm I'm talking about is right there. See that guy there? And it sits in that cup. So next I have to do is I need to pull this bracket off. And looks like there's a wire sensor that runs in there, so I'm going to have to pull that out too. Or unplug it. Oh, it looks like there's a plug right there. So unplug those and get them out there. Because that's coming off. He's broken. Sorry about that. Alright. So, as you see, there's a new bracket. There's the old one. That's the part that failed there. These sometimes are known just to kind of flex and get old, and they can break off. You can see this. It's just starting to wear here. So I think it's just flexed one too many times. Some corrosion's gotten there, and eventually just let go on the previous owner of this vehicle. So there you are. That's old one. Scrap. New one. It's got three 13 mils, one there, one there, one there. There's a deep socket and a 3/8 ratchet, and easy peasy. So I put this all together now. There you are, back in. Like I said, this wire that runs there, I think it's for a reverse sensor or a speed sensor or a reverse switch, and there's just two plugs there. They unplug. They're two different ones, so you can't really screw them back up. Screw them up, you know, they each go inside. Then you're running back. So now it's time to install back in reverse order. Alright, so that's the slave cylinder in there, and there's a clip that comes with it. Right. Get my hand off of that stuff in there. There's the sleeve there. The clip right here pushes on, goes in behind it. The tab there locks in. There's a tab back there, locks in. You can see on this, it kind of goes in, slots around. It should, if I'm not mistaken, in there. I'm just going to double check, make sure it fits nice before I release pressure, right? I'm not happy with that actually. There's a tab underneath that you have to kind of get in. A bit of a pain just getting it located correctly. But you best take your time. And definitely putting this all in, these lines, because don't want to pinch them over, don't want to crimp them like that, pinch over, put a crease in it. Take your time putting these lines in. Like I said, it's flexibility, but don't be flexing it too much. It will go in, but just, you know, be patient and gentle with it. Alright folks, it looks like that's the way this goes in there. So it's, I'm not too impressed with this way to go, but I'm looking at the bottom as well. See for the bottom. My camera up in there. Hopefully you can see that. That's the way it seems to go. So it helps people out. Just obviously because this thing here wasn't fitted. I really couldn't. I don't know how I went for it out, right? So let's try this out here. Just trying it on this one here to see how it fits. That's a second here. Yeah, that's right. So just had to, let's look at the old one there to see where the marks were where it was just sitting and resting. So I think that's just the way they sit. Like I said, you think it would be a bit more secure than that, but I said I couldn't really look at the old one that I took out because it was this one had already fallen out. So. Yeah, just put it all back in, put the lines back up, and call it a good one. So I'll show you the results in a minute. Obviously, when you fit in this guy here, you want to push this in nice and solid. It's on a 45. Turn the way when it comes out. Push in until it feels nice and solid. You feel it go in. When you do, just kind of you feel it nice and solid, click it in, you feel it click in, and give a couple of wiggles, pulls, nice and solid. So just make sure it goes in really into the firewall. Right now, fortunately, it's some rain here, so we're fighting rain last couple of weeks. And it's been freaking terrible weather here. So I think it's the first days just had this been half decent. I'm trying to get out and get this done. Right, so as you can see, here's the thing, and it goes onto there. Now the clutch pedal, when you take it off, it'll come out. So you have to, it has some flexibility to it as well. So 2 hands, get up in there, click that onto the little tab there. Just give you a view. It's on there now. Like I said, push the clutch that way and flex the little rod there opposite way a bit. It's back and forth, wiggle it back and forth, and eventually we'll go on. So just kind of, like I said, you don't have to go full Hulk on it, but you know, it takes a little bit. Sometimes it's just consistent pressure, back and forth, work it on. Now once it's on there, you're gonna, it's all installed and everything, you're gonna take the tabs off. The tabs ways you can do it here. I'm just kind of thinking different ways to do this, I suppose. Get them off there, right? So we need to pressure it. Okay, so how I done that, just kind of give you an idea. There's a hand on here. I squeezed. Put a pick in there. As I squeeze this, pushed against the cylinder, and you can see it's all in there. Yep. Pushed against it, and then pulled up on the top one, and the bottom one had already come out. And just pulled the top one up with a hook pick. I just took this guy in there and popped up on it. It's a moment of truth, my friends. Moment of truth. Clutch down, clutch up. I need to cycle this a few times. Now this is any air, what it'll do is any air pockets, it'll work them out. But clutch feels nice and normal, which means your clutch plate isn't collapsed. Goes in the air. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. So let's cycle that a few times. About 10-15 times is pretty good. This works any air bubbles out up into the reservoir of the master. Like I said, they come pre-filled. So you don't want to take the cap off. It's a sealed system, funny enough. And there, clutch, slave, master cylinder on your Freelander, Series 1. All done and dusted. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Send me those likes and subscribe. Watch for more videos. Thanks for watching. See you again.